Hi everyone, I'm glad you've come to Cook with Victoria. Today I'll be sharing with you how to make bread, and the bread is very fluffy and it's heavenly. So if you have olive oil at home and some flour, whether it is bread flour or plain flour, just come along with me and let's do this together. We'll be using olive oil, no butter, and that is why I'm calling it olive oil bread. And I'll be combining water and milk together. You can use water throughout, you can use milk throughout, it depends. If you use more of milk, it's going to be milky, it's going to be, you will know that yes, this you have used milk. If you use water, it's going to be more like the normal bread we have, but if you use the combination, it's going to be in between. So I'm using the combination of milk and water. That is the joy of knowing to do your stuff by yourself. You can tailor it to your own taste and desire. Also, we'll be having salt, sugar, bread flour. This is very strong bread flour, and the reason I'm using very strong bread flour is because it is high in gluten, which speed up the bread process and makes our bread turn out very well. But if you don't have it, you can use your normal plain flour, or you can use wheat flour or any flour of your choice. And also I'll be using yeast, and this type of yeast is fast action dry yeast. Each sachet contains 7 grams. Don't worry about the measurement. The measurement of everything I'm using will be in the description box. Just check it out. I love to prove my yeast when I'm making bread. You'll be sure that yes, the yeast you are using is alive. Adding some sugar just to feed the yeast, and it's taken from the ones I've measured that I'll be using. I just took out of it, and I will add some warm water out of the measurement of the one we are using. Then I will take up and stir together. I'm going to leave it for about 5 to 10 minutes depending on the weather in your area. Our yeast is ready. You can see it's well proven, it's alive. Now it's time to mix our bread flour. I'm using the mixer, milk, sugar, olive oil, the yeast, and the water. I poured the water inside the yeast container and raised the olive oil container and milk. The cup I use for, I'll be using the dough hook. Now that everything is well incorporated, and see, it's stretchy, but I'm going to now knead it for about 5 minutes. But if you are using your hand, you need to knead for about 12 minutes so that you'll be able to activate the gluten in it very well. You can see that it's stretchy. So I'm going to leave it for 1 hour to double in size. I'm going to cover it with clean fish, double in size. So the next stage now is to divide it out and roll and allow it to rise and bake, and you have your bread. Now I'm going to dust my worktop with some flour, not too much. Then the measured dough I'm going to just place it there so that it doesn't stick. That's why I'm adding the flour. So what I'll be doing now, roll it out. Look at the dough. Is this not beautiful? Very, very. And I tell you, it's going to be very soft. And I'm going to use the rolling pin to roll it out. And before using the rolling pin, I'm going to dust my rolling pin with powder, with flour, so that it doesn't stick. Then I'll just roll it out. This is the baking pan I'm going to use. Already prepped it. I've lined it with a parchment paper. Don't mind the way I lined it. And we're going to measure our flour that is rolled out, the bread dough, because by the time you finish rolling it out, you want it to fit perfectly into the pan. You don't want it to be too small, you don't want it to be too big. So what I will do now, I'll roll it out. I hope you can see it. Don't allow it to be too tight and don't allow it to be loose. Just do it right now. Good. I'm going to tuck all this one in. Then I'm going to use my hand to pinch it in to seal it. See, just pull it together. It's like a log of wood. See, so I'm just going to put it in. Now look at our bread, ready to rise for another 1 hour or thereabouts until it doubles in size. It started already, and if you look at this one here, the extreme right, that's because I'm the one facing it, is extreme right now. I decided to divide the dough into 3 parts and roll it out separately and put them together. It's the same measurement in each of the baking pan, and I just decided to do it this way just for doing its sake, not for any other reason. I just decided to do it that way. And you're going to wait and allow it to double in size, then we'll bake. So see you when they are ready, but before then I'm going to cover them because we don't want them to dry out. Are these not lovely? Yes, they are. Doubled in size. I'll put them in the oven. I've already preheated the oven to 170 degrees, and I'm going to bake them in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. When it's about 25 minutes, keep an eye on them. Hippie, hippie, so happy, ready. Look at them. You can hear the sound. This to tell you the bread is cooked in and out. Yeah, and this is the other one. So all I need to do now is just tear it off, and you can see the inside. This one I put a little bit of cinnamon while I was rolling it up. So while our bread is still warm, I will just rub on it a little bit of butter and what this will do is to keep it soft, the crust soft. If not, it's going to be hard. Some, when they put the butter on it, they put it back in the oven, but I don't need that. I want to eat it now, hot and piping. Oh, where's your jam? Your marmalade if you want, or your butter, beans, or just eat it like that with your tea or coffee. Homemade bread, baked right in your own kitchen. The aroma is amazing. Your neighbors can come knocking that the aroma of your bread is not making them to rest, so they too must come for it. Let's see the inside of our bread. Let's take a slice. You see the inside? It's still very hot. Look at it. Nice and very fluffy. You must try this recipe out. It's very soft. Remember, we used olive oil. We didn't use butter at all. The only butter in this bread now is the one on top of it to keep the crust soft. You can try this, and as you try it, you will love doing it. You can use any other type of oil like sunflower oil or vegetable oil, or you can use your butter. Just make sure the butter is melted when you are using this recipe, and that is it. Enjoy your bread. See, when your butter, the butter has melted. Oh, if you want to tear it, see. Honestly, you have to try this recipe out. Till next time, bye.